Welcome out here to St. John's School here in beautiful Ashtabula, Ohio on this nice, hot, sunny day. Let's go take a peek at this Tremco project and see what we can uncover.
So when we moved to this location in 2012, we had 220 students. We will open the 2025-26 school year with 650 students. So in 12 years, we've almost tripled our enrollment. We ended at one particular point and we were tight, as I like to call it.
We were introduced to this project. Architect reached out to us, a gentleman by the name of Todd Nagy that came from Onyx Creative. And as the school was growing, they'd run out of room, so it was time to do a new phase.
The requirements for this space, this building, was to add additional classrooms as well as an additional cafeteria and some other auxiliary components to this. So then we were faced with this of how we built this. There was a multitude of different construction methods that we could do. And when we were exploring options, we were also faced with a time clock. You know, we have very limited time to get a lot of major work done in a short period of time. But it was interesting, my counterpart Chris Murphy and I were in a seminar together discussing ICFs. And we both had the same conclusion after, I'm like, we should do this for St. John.
The impact that the Nudura product, particularly the ICF, has on us moving forward as we start looking at, construction of buildings is a game changer. As I mentioned, we've known it exists, but we've never had the opportunity to use it. And I foresee us using it and suggesting it, more often than not, due to its completeness, due to its speed of construction, assembly, things of that nature.
I mean, it was amazing how fast when those came out that they had the first layer done, ready for pour. I would say they were started installing the ICFs in September-ish. By, I want to say late October, early November, the whole shell was up, which was a blessing that we did because we were able to get the shell up, the roof on, just at the right time before that November Thanksgiving storm hit us.
This past November of 2024, we had 62 inches of snow over a period of 3 days.
If we were to use masonry, we would have been buried. The job would have stopped because we would not have been at that level and closure component at that time.
So we were very concerned about making sure that the rooftops would be able to handle that load of snow, especially on a 2-story building.
The standard specification for this project was a TPO. We were obviously able to give an upgraded membrane to the school here. This seam here is actually all heat welded, which is about 8 times stronger than the standard TPO. Choosing the right roofing system for your building obviously could alleviate the premature water intrusion, which could elaborate into health issues, structural issues within the building. The detail here is obviously Kynar coated steel, but underneath there is the pre-engineered Prebuck that we were able to actually run our membrane up and over and then nail it off and then terminate it with a coping cap.
The other benefits that I liked the most was the insulatory value. As codes progress and the governments change criteria in terms of energy compliance requirements that we as architects have to face, it's becoming challenging every year to build buildings to meet these criteria. This being such a well-insulated component integral with the building was a fabulous reason why I liked it. That was the first part that got me, was the insulatory value, because it exceeded well beyond what the government's requirements were.
So as I said, safety is important, and certainly when we think of school safety, people immediately go to intruders, and probably we need to be as conscious of the fact that tornadoes, windstorms, snowstorms can do as much damage as some of the other types of things that we've talked about. I hope I never have to witness any of that, but we know that they happen. And I believe that this kind of product will do as well in terms of looking at the long-term sustainability. I said earlier that, the original part of the building is like an armored truck that nothing can destroy it.
We wanted to try to marry the old with the new construction together to get this new look.
We want this to look as one campus. We want this to be one building, not, this was the original building, this was the building we added in 2013, this was 2015. We want it to be one building. This is the St. John's School home. We want this to be cohesive.
What I like about Dryvit in general is just the variation of finishes, vast amount of colors, different textures. It's amazing what you can do with these products.
Another beautiful thing about this project is that, with all these systems going together, the Nudura ICF, the Dryvit finishes, the Tremco sealants, we're able to give a one-source warranty to extend the life and workmanship of this project.
It's much easier when it's one company, because sometimes what I've found is that with roofs and walls, that the problems aren't necessarily with the roof or the wall, it's where the two come together. The flashings is often where leaks happen, or, especially with torrential rains or anything like that. And so in the past, even with some of our own parts of the other side of the building, it's like, okay, is this a roof problem? Is this a wall problem? Is this, who is it? And you're kind of always trying to guess. And, usually we start with the roof. But what's nice about this, we can make one phone call. Hello?
As far as any unforeseen challenges during either the design process or even the construction process, I can honestly say there really wasn't any, which is, I don't say it's rare, but we did have a good contracting team. And I'm going to also toss the Tremco team as part of that reason, because their support was so very strong. And that's all we ask for.
So I think it's been a good partnership for us. It's one that I don't have any hesitancy about recommending to other people, especially if it's a large enough project to make the cost, spread out. New technologies are important, and working with a company like Tremco and their Nudura ICFs has been a very positive experience for us. It's one that I think is very important. Just recently, the Diocese of Youngstown asked us to answer some questions about what are we doing to help support environmental healthiness, I guess I'd say. That's not quite the words they used, but something like that. And I could point to working with Tremco and with Nudura as part of this building that it is environmentally sound way to move into the future.